I love a good bourbon, but I also love a good tequila as well. Well, here we have a Corazón single barrel Buffalo Trace aged Reposado. Now, out of all the tequilas, I tend to lean more towards Reposados over a Blanco or an Añejo. I think for me, the Añejos, when they jump up in the price, to me, is just not worth it. And the Blancos are really good, but I just like the Reposado flavors that come with it as well. So, this one right here, when my local liquor store liquor library called me up and said, hey, we got the single barrel release coming out for the Corazon, I couldn't pass it up, and I ran down there and scooped it up. Now, we've drank a little bit of it down. As you can see, we've put it in some margaritas as well, because my wife and I love those. And this is a great one to even just sip on. It's got a ton of flavor, and that Buffalo Trace flavors come through with it as well. And to me, I think it's a very, very good balance. So, let's get into it. Now, as you can see, it still has a pretty light color. Now, the Reposados are always going to have a little bit more of a color compared to the Blancos, which are just clear, but the Buffalo Trace barrel aging, I think, adds just a slight bit of color more than other Blancos. In the glass, you can see a nice little tint to it, but it's not deep by any means whatsoever, but the flavors are all there. On the nose of this, you definitely get that blue agave and that traditional tequila nose, but you're getting a little bit of that oaky age to it. Now, I'm not getting any of the vanillas or the caramels that you get in the bourbon, but you're getting a little bit of that barrel aging on the nose as well as that blue agave. I think it's got a very good balance. It's not super strong as well. So let's dive into it. On the palate, this is a very balanced tequila. I really like this one. The blue agaves and that roasted agave flavors are very good. They're not super strong. It's got a nice little balance of sweetness to it as well. Now, I'm no tequila expert. I'm just getting into tequila a little bit more as of late compared to how long I've been getting into bourbons. And I think this is a very good stepping stone to move from the bourbons into the tequila. Like I said, I'm no expert, but I really like this one. It has a little bit of that oakiness and a little bit of that age from the barrel that brings in that bourbon-like notes, and then it finishes on the tequila on the back end. But it's not super sweet or anything like that. I think it's got a nice smooth balance and a nice clean finish. Now, most tequilas are a little bit lower proof compared to all the bourbons that we like to drink, but I think this is a very good stepping stone. They have these in regular picks as well as single barrels like my liquor store did as well. But as you can see up here, we have a Thomas H. Handy version, and it is also delicious as well. We will review that further down the road, but it is also really good. So if you're looking to get into tequilas and you want some good quality ones, there's tons of them out there that are really good quality. There's G4, there's Lalo, there's Fortaleza, if you can even get your hands on that, because I know it is allocated. Or if you can get your hands on a Corazon and get into these single barrels that are aged in Wellers, Thomas Chase Handys, Sazeracs, Buffalo Traces, and they have a whole selection of them. I think it's a great stepping stone to move forward in your tequila experience and explore it a little bit more. So for now, cheers, y'all.